Okay, right, so in order to do the elevation, I have my adjustable set square set up in line with the z-axis. So I'm going to project out point C parallel to the z-axis. I'm going to project out point B parallel to the z-axis. And as far out as I wish, I'm going to draw a line parallel to BC, so parallel to that angle there, as far out as I wish. Okay, you have a big page, big A2 page here, so use the space. I then need to bisect this line and draw a semicircle from one side to the other. That's next step. All of this is construction. As far out as you wish. Okay, no distance, as far out as you want. And then once you have your semicircle drawn, you just extend out your z-axis to intersect your semicircle. And that gives you the right angle that you're going to use to construct your elevation at. Okay, now I'm going to draw the elevation there. So the information that we have been given is that the length of this elevation is from this point to the end of my semicircle. The only other piece of information we've been given is that the vertical wall of this tunnel entrance is 35 millimeters high. Okay, so that's all we've been given for now. Therefore, that's all that I can draw for now. So this elevation is not complete. That's all that I can draw for now. Alright? So, end elevation. Exactly the same process. So I'll set up the set square parallel to the x-axis. I'm going to project out point A parallel to the x-axis and point C parallel to the x-axis. As far out as I'd like to go, I'll draw a line parallel to the line AC. So this line and this line are parallel. I'm then going to have to bisect that new line. And draw a semicircle touching both sides of that line. And like the elevation, you're going to extend out the perpendicular axis, which is your x-axis this time. Where the x-axis intersects the top of that semicircle, and another line to the bottom of that semicircle. This is the right angle we're going to use to construct the end elevation. Okay, so what the question tells me then is that from this point to this point we need to draw a semicircle. So I need to bisect this line. Okay, so I'm going to bisect this line to draw the semicircle that we're shown on the handout. Now I'd like to get your attention for a second. So the radius of this semicircle is ultimately the height of the elevation that we did not have. So now I can use that radius to mark in the height and elevation. So now we can use that to finish off the elevation. But the other piece of information I have here is that the vertical walls are 35 meters or millimeters high through the scale. So if I go parallel to this bottom line and I take that 35 millimeter high line across, that gives me the height of the vertical walls. Where that 35 millimeter height intersects the semicircle, that allows me to draw the width of this tunnel entrance. Okay, and just to have it looking clear, I'm just going to harden that in. Alright, so there is the end elevation completely finished. Let me just move it across here. I can finish the elevation in the same light. Okay, so there is your part B completely finished.